Can you say, yeah, baby? 69B. Welcome to the crew. So you guys saw before, I couldn't get the trunk open on the Super B. With these Mopars, you can see right through there. A little lock cylinder will go right there. So you just reach in with your screwdriver and turn. And right now, it normally would pop, but I think the weight of the trunk is holding it back. So let me try and put the phone down. I am persistent as hell. I can't go to bed tonight without knowing if that thing will open. Got my snap-on ratchet, and you know what? Let's see if we can't get her open. Yeah, that's right, extend-o-matic. What can we do? Well, I'm adamant, hard-headed, and I just gotta know if I can get this trunk open. So you know what? We're doing something fun in here. And I thought I'd share it with you guys. It's just chasing the dogs, so forgive me if I'm out of breath. But check this out. Check out the extension on my extensions. And we are shooting straight back there. And we are getting these half-inch bolts off through the back seat area so we can get this trunk out. There we go. Hell yeah. Well, I'll be damned. It worked. Sometimes a plan just comes to life. Sweet. Well, it looks like this trunk was also donated from the green car that donated the door and the hood. So that's cool. What else can we figure out here? Some extra stuff. Looks like some vent stuff for heat. Someone did another patchy job there, replacing the outer trunk area. Nice hole right there. Got the Montana plate from where it came from in Montana before it was here in Utah. A little cigarette, a little change box. Some of the trim, my cool snap-on rig. Mopar, hell yeah. Looks like another front grill. That's cool. Cool to have a spare for the garage. This is a trim piece that goes here on the tail of the car, but that's another driver. We need a passenger one. Hopefully there is one in here. Some inner fender wells. There's the passenger side. Cool. That'll go there. Looks like we got the rear window trim, and that is a shock. Normally people drill a hole through here at some point in this car's life. Typically these things rust out so much that somebody gets annoyed that it's popped out because the little spring clip in here, which is rusted out of course, doesn't hold anymore, and they'll drill a hole through it and or just run a self-tapping screw and you'll wind up with a hole in this trim. But this one is actually in really great shape. Little polish job. That would be totally usable again. That's cool. What else we got here? Sill plate. This looks like the, let's see, this center. So that one's also in good shape. Not bent, not seeing any dings on it either. Cool. This is a front. This one would run down here, down the front of the windshield, like that. That one's in decent shape. Cool. Get this monstrosity out of here. And here's the other piece for the rear windshield. This is great. Really good. You guys are crazy! Heck yeah. Way good. And there's the other side for the front. Actually, no, this doesn't. I'm thinking of my 70, which kind of has a little bigger gap here, and then there's a piece that hangs down. I'm not quite sure what this one does, but it's in really good shape either way. It's not bent at all. One of the sill plates, these typically get dinged and dented. These go right at the threshold of where you enter the car, but they're actually relatively inexpensive to get reproduction these days, so that's cool. We'll keep it as a spare. The rest of this gross box, we'll chuck that out. Holy crap, wiring harness, wow. The whole deal right there, okay. This inner fender well block off panel. And this is a piece of the front trim. This one's also in really great shape too. That's the lower driver's side. The wiper squirter is actually not even cracked. The little motor on there is still there. Look at that, the original Mopar equipment. Super cool. What's this guy? I don't know. Looks like another gas pedal assembly, but I think the one's already in this car. Still there. This is a frame rail patch, which is kind of basic and kind of ugly. And I don't even know who makes this. Let's see. Rhode Island? Sorry. Not going to use this thing. We'll go with AMD and do it properly. Goodbye. This thing, holy boogers. Where does this go to? Looks like it's part of the front grille, but that's already there. Yep, this would be this spot right behind it, this lower part of the front grille support. But luckily the one that's on there, as we saw before, has the matching B5 blue, which I think is the original one for the car, and plus this one is hacked to shit and kind of gross, so scrap pile? Nah, we'll hang on to it anyway. Okay, here's one of the pieces of trim that goes in the front on the hood, which is really cool. The driver's side. Hell yeah, that's neat. Super cool. What other gems we got in here? A little filler neck for the fuel tank. Some more trim. I think this might be the top of the front windshield. And here's your lower left from the rear. Again, amazing. Amazed that there's not a hole drilled into it from a tap screw. Wow. The whole rear window molding is in good shape. Okay, some body bolts with original B5 blue color on it. Cool. You can see the raw metal here for where someone patched in trunk floor pan, and they did a very spotty job of it. It's already rusted out from water getting in here, and they didn't protect it with any sort of primer, so that's great. Sarcasm. Yeah, oh, that's the whole wiring harness right there. And these are really nice here. These tail panels out. Wow. The original Dodge lettering on that. It's so cool. Oh, these are two. And they're both in really good shape. And these go right here. Like so. Super cool. For the Super B. And you've got some A-pillar trim. Actually not cracked up and dry rotted. Very cool. Interior A-pillar trim. And this is the top of one of the rear, oh, it's both of them. Nice. The rear interior panels, kind of in the back seat area. Original paint still there. Looks like a second set here. Another one of the sill pulls. Looks like a cable for the Speedo. Front armrest, door handle, backing plates. A bunch of those. Some more hacked up trim, which is kind of what I expected the rest of it to look like. Oh, there's a lot of goodies back here. Like, there's a lot of pieces of this car. Very surprised. That's what I'm saying. That's what's cool about this car, is that it's very complete as far as parts coming with it. Also, along with it, Jeremy sent me some extra doors, so this way I can, watch out boys, go. So I've got extra doors with it, so this way I don't have to go through the Frankenstein work of fixing this one, even though I'll still hang on to it as a core for maybe another one down the road. But I've got driver and passenger door with it. So yeah, this car is, you know, front rear bumper. Every piece that I really need for the car is here. So it's just a matter of fixing all of the spotty welds and making this car structurally sound again. Because like I said, you guys can see, this metal has seen better days. And it's sad because someone bought new metal and did their best, we can presume, in welding it in here. And no offense to whoever worked on this car and used to work on it and used to own it, but it's just not up to standard. And we're gonna fix it, but it's literally all around the whole car, like every area it's rusted out. They have patched in metal, and it's just, it's a lot. It appears these are not the original quarters because we don't have, usually there's the sound deadening material sprayed up here, which is kind of like big and fuzzy. I'll show you on my Roadrunner, and it kind of goes through into this area here. So these were replaced, it appears, at some point. And you can see a sticker there, probably from the reproduction company. I doubt these are AMDs. I don't know if AMD was around when they put these together, but they didn't look bad though overall. This is what I'm talking about here. You can see this kind of original sound deadening sprayed in, and this kind of rough, bumpy stuff is what you would see on the inside of that quarter panel, kind of right in this area. And here's the wiper arm assembly for your two arms that would wipe your windshield. And I found a couple more pieces of windshield trim too. So there is a lot of good stuff left in this trunk. A lot of good stuff. I'm gonna get this wiring harness up off the base here at the floor because this isn't sealed great right now, and I don't want it to get more ruined because you never know, you gotta rob something off of it sometime. So we'll throw out the junk that we don't need in here, and then we'll kind of reorganize so we can keep stuff kind of nice in here until I get it stored away. This is what I keep old boxes for, so you can store your stuff. All these window roll downs, cool. I was hoping they had some in here. So yeah, we'll get this harness put away safely for now in this box. And we'll just go ahead and label it. And remember where she came from. Heck yeah. Now what remains, a couple more little pieces of trim, gas pedal. That's about it. Here's the original spare tire holder for the trunk. And it's a shame that they replaced this pan in here and just left it bare metal and let it rust out like this. Mega shame. What do we got here? Some more windshield trim. E-brake cable. Oh, it's some interior trim that would go on the passenger side, on the interior, kind of along the headliner. Cool. Yeah. What are you doing, puppy? Ugh, gross. It's like rusted, frozen, even though it's not winter. But it's more yuck. Yeah, we'll get this garbage out of here. Allow this to dry. So I went through now and kind of checked on everything that was in this trunk floor, and anything that's kind of savable or could be original, might need a reference or use later. Some original factory hardware, little bits and pieces, sure we'll hang on to. And then all the garbage obviously is going. And the real shame of it, like I said, is not only is it bare metal, which wasn't protected, which you can see gets a little bit of surface rust, but when it sits down here, then dirt collects in these lower spots, mouse poop, dust, other crap like that. Then it gets wet one time. That wet dirt, dust, poop, crap stuff just holds that moisture in, and it just perpetuates the cancer and just starts building rust like this. And now a brand new piece like this is already, you can feel the surface is already rough because it's eating into the metal. So yeah, shame. But we will get this stuff thrown out. So we got the trash bag. Throw this whole crap out. We've got rain coming here in the next couple days, and I don't want this further getting worse, even though, yeah, I know, it's already bad. I'm still picky like that, and I don't want it to get any worse. Because you know what? It's my car, damn it. I got the gloves specifically for the mouse poop. Not trying to catch any diseases tonight. And then when this dries out, we can get a good shop vac action going on in here. All right, that's a little bit better. Now I can really sleep at night. Hell yeah. What do you think, Elliot? No good, huh? Yeah, I can't believe they did this. I know, right? Think they would have done a better job protecting the metal, but no, they didn't do it. Happy guy. Good boy, Elliot, we love you. All right, we'll get this packed up for the night. Didn't notice this before, but another identifier that this quarter panel was replaced. You can see the rivets where someone riveted this quarter panel in along the top of the drip channel here for the trunk. So, yep, they're replaced. That's cool. Like we said, this whole car is basically new metal / metal from other Super Bs and other Cornets. So, she's cool. Forgot to take note of this before with all the madness here in the trunk. Here in the trunk gutter, you've always got pretty much 3 places with a VIN on a 68, 69, 70 B-body Mopar and usually into the 70s as well. Right here in the trunk rail gutter, obviously here on the dash. With the 70 model would be on the door like we see with the 70 door, even though this is 69, so it wouldn't be correct, that door. And then in here on the core support, under the trunk, under the hood, right there. So right here on the core support, which as we see here with the car, typically those things never rust out, and so then they're never replaced. So I would bet 99% chance this core support is original to the car, right? So if you look at the core support, you've got 218947. 218947. Then we come over here in the gutter, and you got the same thing, 218947, also wearing the original B5 blue color that we've identified all the way around the car and all the key spots that you know typically don't get replaced. Here, even on the hinges, you know, and inside the door jambs, right there. We just know that this car definitely, as the core of the car, the original car, was the B5. So then that 218947 tells us that probably was this car's original VIN. But then, come up here to the dash, and what this car is titled to is different. 148064. So, what that means is someone has actually replaced this dash with a dash from another car which has that VIN, and then transferred that VIN over to this car. So now this car as a whole is considered to be that VIN and identifies this car as that VIN, but in all reality, this car started out as the other one, the 218947. And what's kind of interesting to think about is we only have the sequence number there, those last 6 digits on that VIN right now. What we don't know, since the fender tag is missing, what did it start out as? Maybe this actually was a 383 4-speed car, you know, like it's already showing with the 4-speed hump. You know, you'd have here in the VIN, obviously, the WM23, meaning it's a Dodge Coronet, 23 meaning it's a hardtop, the H meaning 383 high performance for 1969. So that does seem about right. For a 69 Super B, you would have had a standard option with a 383 and a 4-speed, and I think you actually had to add on a little extra to make it an automatic. So the only other way you would have got a 440 in a Super B in 1969 was in 69.5, going with the A12 package, right, Elliot? Tell him. Going with the A12 package, and that way you got the 440 with the 3 2-barrel poly carburetors on there, making it a 446 pack with the lightweight lift-off hood, those cool steel wheels, and everything else that made that car so awesome, right, buddy? Okay, Dad, enough. I've had enough. Okay, let's go to bed. Please, I've had enough. No more Mopar knowledge for tonight. Puppy guy. Oh, my puppy. Okay. All right, enough nerding out. That's it for tonight. Go through the effort of replacing 4-speed pedals into a car. I'm gonna have to wager still to say this thing did originally start out as a 4-speed car. So there's a little bit more archaeology on this car to make your night more amazing. Hell yeah, that wraps up tonight's episode of What's Hiding in This Trunk. And now you know, because I wanted to know. And now we all know. There's a lot of good stuff in this trunk. Right, Elliot? Hell yeah.